The rain had been falling all afternoon, turning the streets into shimmering gray ribbons. In a nearly empty neighborhood park, where swings creaked in the wind and puddles gathered beneath worn benches, Daniel Carter sat quietly watching his 6-year-old son. Liam chased a fragile paper boat across the edge of a puddle, laughing as if the world were full of magic. For Daniel, life had been anything but. Since losing his wife 3 years earlier, his days had blurred into survival. 2 jobs, endless bills, and the quiet weight of raising a child alone. He didn't have much, but Liam's laughter made everything feel lighter. "Dad, look, it's sailing!" Liam shouted. Daniel smiled. "Captain Liam, the greatest sailor in the world." For a moment, peace. Then something felt off. A sleek black SUV pulled up near the park entrance, far too expensive for this modest neighborhood. A woman stepped out, shielding a young girl in a wheelchair with an umbrella. The girl looked about Liam's age. Her legs lay still beneath a blanket, but her eyes sparkled with curiosity, fixed on the puddle like it held something magical. They stopped near the playground. "Mom, I want to try," the girl whispered. The woman hesitated. "Sweetheart, you know what the doctor said." "I know," she replied softly, "but it looks fun." Daniel felt it instantly, that familiar tone, the quiet heartbreak of a parent who's been told no too many times. Before anyone could say more, Liam ran over. "Do you want a boat?" he asked eagerly. The girl's face lit up. "Yes!" Daniel walked over, pulled an old receipt from his pocket, and quickly folded it into a small paper boat. "Every great sailor needs one," he said gently. The girl giggled. "Thank you. I'm Emily." "I'm Liam," his son said proudly, "and this is my dad." They placed the boat into the puddle. Liam guided it with a stick as Emily watched, then laughed. And suddenly, the park felt alive again. Then, something changed. Emily leaned forward slightly, reaching toward the water. Her fingers trembled. And then, her legs twitched. It was small, almost nothing, but it was real. "Emily," her mother whispered, frozen. A second movement. This time, undeniable. Her foot moved. The woman gasped, covering her mouth. "Oh my God!" Emily looked down, confused. "Mom, did you see that?" Tears flooded instantly. Yes, I did." Daniel stepped back, sensing the weight of the moment, until the woman turned to him, shaken. "What did you do?" "I didn't do anything. You don't understand," she said, voice breaking. "She hasn't moved her legs in 2 years." Her name was Victoria Hayes, a powerful business leader, worth billions. But in that moment, none of that mattered. She was just a mother watching her daughter move again. Through tears, she explained everything: a rare neurological condition, countless specialists, years of failed treatments. Eventually, doctors told her the truth she feared most. Emily might never walk again. Hope faded. Until today. Until a puddle in a paper boat. "You reminded her how to be a kid," Victoria said. Daniel shook his head softly. She already knew. She just needed the chance. From that day on, everything changed. Victoria brought Emily back to the park again and again. Each visit became a small adventure. Paper boats, chalk drawings, bubbles drifting through the air. Daniel and Liam were always there. And slowly, Emily improved. A twitch became a lift. A lift became strength. Then one afternoon, holding the edge of a bench, Emily stood. Just for 2 seconds. But it was everything. Victoria broke down in tears. Weeks later, she visited Daniel's small apartment, modest, worn, filled with secondhand furniture and scattered toys. He looked embarrassed. "Sorry about the mess." She smiled softly. "This is the warmest home I've seen in years." Watching Liam and Emily laugh together, she turned to him. "I spent millions trying to help my daughter walk again," she said. "And somehow everything changed because of a paper boat in a puddle." Daniel chuckled. "Kids don't need much." her eyes filled with tears. "You gave her hope." He shook his head. "She found that herself." Victoria reached into her purse and pulled out a folder. "I want to start a foundation," she said, "for children who can't afford treatment or therapy." Daniel blinked. "Me? I want you to help run it." "Why me?" She smiled. "Because you understand something many experts forget, that healing isn't always about medicine." Daniel looked at the two children laughing on the floor. "It's about hope." Months later, the story spread, not about wealth or success, but about a father, a child, and a paper boat in the rain. Emily kept improving, step by step. And with every small victory, Victoria remembered that moment in the park. The laughter, the movement, the return of hope. Because sometimes the greatest miracles don't come from money or medicine. They come from the simplest acts of kindness.